Hey, I'm Randy, and I'm the Cheap Audio Man. Here at the Cheap Audio Man, we don't feel like some audio equipment should cost more than a fancy steak dinner for your family. And these don't. These are the Drop 6XX headphones. If you've never heard of them, you're probably living under a rock. So, it's very hot. Grab a cup of coffee, sit down, and let's talk about the Drop 6XX Sennheiser headphones by Drop. New sponsor, Ivan's Soviet era letter openers. Great presents for weddings, funerals, for gift bag giveaways at your 4-year-old's birthday party. Ivan's. When you struggle with opening a paper envelope, consider Ivan's. They're like 7 cents a piece. Soviet bayonets. If you're new here, consider subscribing. If you want to support the channel, you can. Number of different ways. The Patreon link is in the description. You can use any of my affiliate links, okay? And it doesn't cost you anymore. Or you can sign up for Amazon Music HD for free and get 3 months. Listen to my test tracks. Don't take my word for anything, okay? Listen to your stuff yourself with those tracks where I talk about listening. I'm not telling you what to do. You can do whatever you want. But if you want to hear and do what I do, then do that. Okay. Let's talk about build quality and other stuff about the Drop 6XX. Okay, build quality is, I actually think it's pretty good. All right, they're made out of plastic. All right, at $220, you're not going to get something made out of titanium or adamantium or I don't know, cubic zirconium, Hastelloy C, stainless steel, carbon steel, Inconel. They're probably not going to be made out of Inconel. Okay, so they're plastic. Plastic yokes, plastic housing, plastic slider deal, plastic headband, whatever. You know what? It's fine. I don't care. They'll probably outlast me. I'll probably be dead and gone while my children and great-grandchildren are enjoying the Drop 6XX. They make a little bit of noise. I don't care. Great. Sorry, Josh. Oh, by the way, Josh Valor sent these to me from the Josh Valor show. All right, he's a great guy, very generous to send these to me, and he's forgotten more about audio and headphones than I'll ever know. Okay, so if you're interested in headphones, if that's your thing, or you want to learn more, go over to Josh Valor's YouTube channel. Also DMS. He's a good guy too. He didn't send these to me though. Thanks, DMS. Josh sent them to me because Josh is cool. DMS is cool too. Anyway, the padding on top of here. You might notice a little cutout. You know what that cutout's for? It's so you can hang them on your toilet paper thing like I do. All right? Can also be used as a headphone stand. Okay? So you can hang them there. Why is this important though? Because on some headphones that maybe have like a consistent padding around there, but the headband doesn't really hug your head, I get a hot spot. And I've know of other people that get hot spots too, and that can really drive you crazy. But because they have more surface area engagement on your brain housing unit, it doesn't get a hot spot. Okay. Also, this little thing, guess what? Good for baseball caps that have that little thing on the top. Then, you know, shove it down. All right. Yeah. Okay. Oh, ear pads are made out of velour, like Josh Velour. They're nice. They're comfy. Okay. I think you can get different types of head cup, band cups, ear cups, because this is like one of the most popular headphones on the face of the earth. All right. How do they sound? Let's talk about how they sound. All right. So I paired these up, 2 different amps, and that's a good point. You're gonna want an amp with these, all right? They're pretty high resistance headphones. You need a little bit of juice to get them woken up, all right? I use the X Duo MT602. It's a little tube amp over there, all right? Drove them just fine, no problems. Also the Drop THX AAA1, okay? I have a, like, I wouldn't call it a pre-production prototype model. Anyway, Drop sent that over to me, and that product is going to be released pretty soon, okay? Sounds good. They both did a great job. Admirable job. Slight different sound signatures, but you'd expect that from a tube and then a not a tube amp. Bass, all right? Great extension on Killing Strangers. That song goes very deep. These traveled with it all the way down to the basement, all right? Intergalactic by the Beastie Boys didn't quite get as low, all right? But these, in all, have great bass extension. Highway to Hell, I noticed the bass drum was a tad on the fuller side, which is fine. I really enjoy that sound. The great thing about these, they roll off very smoothly while still having a little bit of a punch. Good thing about this bass is it doesn't shove the mids or cover up the mids. It doesn't shove them aside like a soccer mom pushing people all the way to get a Cabbage Patch doll or Tickle Me Elmo. I think that was a while ago. Anyway, it doesn't shove the mids aside like an entitled suburban housewife. Mids. Okay, mids. Here's where these things just pull away from everybody else. The mids are sublime. Okay? Male vocals have a richness without having a richness. Like you can tell, they're just throwing the mids up there. There is some special sauce that Sennheiser and Drop, well, Sennheiser figured out, Drop just said, hey, make a whole bunch of these and we'll sell them. There's something that they've got figured out over there. And it's awesome. All right? There Will Be Time, Mumford & Sons, sublime. King of Pain, Alanis Morissette off the MTV Unplugged, sublime. I will say that there's just a lack of the finest or finer details in male and female vocals. But to get that, you have to go to a completely different sound signature. Okay? So, out of the park. Out of the park. Highs, perfect. Well done. No overtly boosted frequencies. No listening fatigue. The Symbol Decay on Africa by Weezer, sublime. Center Man, the 16th notes on the hi-hat, sublime. Sublime. What are my final thoughts? Final thoughts on the Drop 6XX. Just go get them. They're $220. If you're just getting into headphones, this pretty much can just be your, I'm done with open back headphones. Unless you want to just spend an enormous amount of money. But here's the thing. Some people say this is the best open back headphone under $1,000. That's a difficult thing to say, right? Because all headphones, kind of like all speakers and all amps, have a little bit of a different flavor. Now, if you like this flavor, then yes, it may be the best headphone under $1,000 for you. It may not be. For me, it's going to be. I'm going to be buying a pair of these just to have around the house. They're open back, obviously, and for us audiophiles, we understand that. For the uninitiated audio enthusiast, they think that's stupid. Why would you want to hear things from the outside and then let people hear your music that are sitting next to you? It's kind of a good point. All right, so you're going to be sitting in a chair in your room because you don't want a lot of ambient noise, right? It's going to cover up the details. They're open back. All right, they're awesome. Okay. You're not going to get on a plane with these. Well, you can. You might not be able to hear much of your music. They're affordable. and wonderful. You can listen to them all day, and they have that secret magic sauce in the mid-range. And if other people could do it, they would, but they can't. It's like the KFC recipe. All right, you can try to make KFC chicken, ain't gonna happen. All right, you got to roll down to KFC to get that. All right, you can try to get the mid-range, but you can't. You got to roll on over to Drop and buy the 6XX. All right, same headphone fundamentally as the HD 650, just a lot cheaper. So I'll have a link to these over to Drop in the description. Highly recommend you get these. They're fantastic. I almost said a piece of profanity, and I'm pretty good. I don't think I've ever cussed on this show. All right, so if you like what we're doing over here, slam the subscribe button, hit the like button. That's dumb when people say that, but honestly, if you want to subscribe, we have a ton of videos. All right, so don't binge watch Netflix or Hulu or Disney Plus, although Mandalorian's pretty good. You can binge watch Mandalorian or Cobra Kai. Both great programs. But really what you should do is listen to your favorite streaming application and binge listen to music and fill your soul with happiness.